What a mess, huh? This whole Fred Hill thing is ridiculous. Anybody who believes a word out of that crazy person's head, they're just not thinking. They're hopeful, like hopeful thinking, wishful thinking. They're hungry for drama. There's something. But to believe anything that man says is just beyond ridiculous and beyond naive. I mean, use some discernment, folks. My goodness. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not saying anything against Ziggy for talking to him at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. So don't get it twisted there. I'm just saying these suspects be out there live on YouTube like nothing's wrong. Just blabbing their mouths and making stuff up. And then Candace is going to latch onto this whole Fred thing now. Now her story's changed again. Didn't I just 2 days ago or 3 days ago do a live talking about how her story's changed like a gazillion times? And yet again, now it's changing. Now all of a sudden, she remembers seeing Fred and some other dude that day. Really? But why didn't you say that 2 years ago? I mean, honestly, come on. And you can't say, well, she didn't want to give away anything for the investigation. Well, then why is she saying it now? So, I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. Now, don't I've wondered. My two people in my top two, it's you know, everybody who was on that hill that day is number one, and then number two is Fred. Always has been. You can go back. I've been telling folks that from for a long time. At least a year, at least a year. Because, yeah, at least a year. His stories never add up. It's just that, y'all, it's really simple. The truth doesn't change, it's always the same. So if you're telling the truth, what you say is consistent. You don't add new details here and there, take away details there. I mean, it's just, that's not how it works, y'all. It only takes a little bit of common sense to know when there's a different story every time the wind blows that you're probably not getting the truth. I mean, and look at whose all stories have changed. Candace, Fred, and Grandis even changed her story a little bit. If we're to believe that she was taking a nap now. So, I mean, there's no reason for stories to change. Don's story hasn't changed because he wasn't there that day. He doesn't know what happened. Yet the story he's told has stayed consistent. It was the first one he heard and decided to stick to. Like a script. The truth is like a script. It does not change. It's when people are going off script that should concern you.